Welcome back to Learnergroup. We are doing this test route today as described in the description below. Please do like and subscribe. So we're coming up to the end of this road. We will be turning right. Look at the road sign, look at the road markings. You've got the yellow box junction here. Remind yourself, what is the yellow box junction for? When can we turn in, or when can we use the yellow box junction? We're coming into the road and checking your rear view mirror as you come in. As you come into the new road again, scan. You've got the pedestrians on the side and you have the road marking which indicates that it's a 20 speed limit. If you miss that, go back to it, you will see the signs. As you come in, you'll see the speed breaker. Why is a speed breaker there? To reduce your speed. So what must you be doing at this point? Easing off the gas so your car goes over smoothly. So we're just following the road ahead. Again, looking, planning, being aware of your surroundings. We will be taking the next road on the right. So again, if you're looking at the road markings here, it is a crossroads, but if you look at the marking on the floor, there is no Giveway marking. Looking ahead, looking into the road that you intend to go into and turning in. Now, reminding yourself that if there was an oncoming car, what must you do? We're turning left here. So again, as you come in, taking a scan, looking in both directions. As you come in, what do you spot? Notice the pedestrian crossing. Again, as you come in, giving yourself enough time to look both directions so that when you do come in, nothing surprises you. We're following the road and again, looking ahead, what do you see? Again, if you can't see both sides of the pedestrian crossing, what must you do? Come off the gas so you can see better into the road. Planning ahead, another pedestrian crossing. Easing off that gas, again, giving yourself the chance to look. Anybody there? Preparing ourselves. Again, it's on a speed hump, so we've slowed down enough so that we don't lose control of our car and your car is in your control. There's a few things happening in the road as well. You've got the man crossing, you have the pedestrian crossing as well here. So again, it's how do you anticipate on what's going to happen next? By checking your mirror, coming off that gas, just in case that pedestrian changes his mind or the light changes again. So it's all about anticipation of what could happen. By doing that, all you need to do is slightly ease off the gas. And what that actually does, it gives you that time to think of what you might need to do next. So again, looking well ahead into the road, nobody on the crossing, and we're going to continue following the road. And as you see, we're coming up to a slight bend here. If you can't see into the road, again, what do we do? That's it, come off the gas. Planning ahead. Lovely. So we're driving along the road and again we're looking, anticipating. Now we've got the parked vehicle on the left there. Just going to come off that gas, checking those mirrors as we move away and coming back in and back on that gas. Again, when you're coming into a road, looking to see if the road is wide enough for you to drive around. In this case, it was nice and clear, so we checked our mirrors and moved away. Remind yourself what mirror was important for you to check, or what mirrors are important for you to check at this point. Notice a hazard in the road? There he goes. Awesome. So again, how have you planned for that? Again, off the gas. Look, notice that man that just ran out in front of your car? How did you plan for that? By checking your mirror and coming off that gas. How early do you see them? Not having tunnel vision, looking both sides of the road continuously, looking at road markings and the body language of the pedestrians in the road. We're turning right at the lights up ahead. Again, looking at the positioning of our car and the distance we maintain from the vehicle ahead. Do remind yourself how much distance we must maintain and why we maintain this distance. Now, once at the traffic lights, don't just read the number plate of the car in front or, Flowers by Tracy on the left there. What you need to be doing is looking at the road signs, again, looking at the other traffic, watching the traffic lights. When is it going to be your opportunity to go? Again, if you're turning right, you should be looking in the road in the right that you are turning into, if it's nice and clear. And again, it's all about the planning. What side of the road are you turning into? So we're moving away slowly, making sure it's going to be nice and clear. And you can see now the oncoming cars haven't moved here. So we're going to continue. Perfect. What mirror do we check as we come into the new road? And what's the reason we check that mirror? Looking ahead now, we've got the bus on the left there who's got his hazard lights on. Car up ahead has slowed down, so we're going to slow down as well. Make sure there's enough room for you to move away. Remind yourself again, what mirror should you check before moving away? And we're continuing on. So then slowing down, looking ahead, what do you see? Perfect, no one there, so you can continue. Looking at the road markings again, to follow the road ahead, what did the road markings say there? Perfect. So it's so important that we understand the road markings. They are there for us as motorists, as drivers, to understand that they are there to help us to be better and safe drivers in the road. Again, scanning ahead. Another bend coming up. How we're going to approach this? Be in control. Scan again, preparing yourself to stop. See, by just coming off of that gas, you were able to see the pedestrian crossing and you're able to stop for that pedestrian in good time. With the lorry there on the left, he's restricted my view. So what should I have done here? Yes, come off that gas, given myself the opportunity to scan both sides of the pedestrian crossing. Why? Again, you cannot anticipate what was on that left because my view was completely restricted there. Quick question. How many pedestrian crossings did we just pass whilst I was silent there for a few moments? We'll be turning right at the lights up ahead. Road opens up into 2 lanes here. So you're thinking about what lane must you go into. That's it. Maintaining a safe distance from the car up ahead. Although the light has just changed to green, could that light still change to red by the time you approach it? This is coming off that gas, preparing yourself. And notice how the light changed very quickly there. So anticipate if that light could change, preparing yourself to stop. So we're not just admiring the view right now. What we are doing here is looking at the pattern of the lights. Perfect. So again, when is it going to be your turn to move off safely? Who do we give priority to? Do we need to give anybody priority here? As you come into the new road, you're looking to see what lane is a safer lane to go into. The right hand lane here. Why? Because you have the parked cars on your left. So the earlier you look into the road, the better for you to plan ahead. Turning left at the lights up ahead. So we've moved in nice and early as soon as the road opened up, but remembering to check those mirrors before we do. Lights have just turned green, so we will continue and we'll stay in our lane. Why are we staying in our lane? You have the parked cars on the left, so it's safer for you to be in the lane that you are currently in. As we come up to the speed hump, slowing down, being in control, maintaining your speed again, coming up to the next speed hump again, ease off that gas, and nice and slow. Perfect. And back on the gas again. Taking the next road on your right. As you approach, take your time, look at the road markings. Which side of the road do you need to go into? That's it, on the left side of the road. See the signs there, the road markings. Again, if you miss it, go back to it, play and rewind. Don't be afraid to go back to this because it will give you a better knowledge of the road signs and road markings. So next time you're in your next lesson, you will probably notice a lot of these speed signs and road markings as well. Fingers crossed. We have the obstruction in the road up ahead. So what we're going to do, off the gas and look into the road. And perfect. As if the road being narrow wasn't enough, huh? More work. Notice the immediate hazard in the road. Look at the road marking ahead, look at the road sign. The road is quite narrow here, so we're slowing down. The tighter the space, the slower you go. We're taking this next road on your right. Remind yourself, who do you give priority to? As you come into the new road, what mirrors do we need to check? Remind yourself again here, what is the purpose of you checking your mirrors as you come into a new road? As we turn into this road here, we've slowing down enough so you've got control of your car and the opportunity to look into the road for any oncoming hazards. With the oncoming car up ahead, scanning for a safe gap and slowing down. End of the road, we will be turning right, but as we come up to the Giveway, did you notice that sign? We're turning left out of here. Again, look at the road markings. And turning right here. So again, remind yourself not to go over the lines here. And a lot of students do make the mistake of going over these lines and becoming a hazard for oncoming cars. You should try and always position left of that center line here and wait for a safe gap. That way you're not obstructing any oncoming cars. Turning right here. So again, no lines here, so you make an imaginary center line. Do not cut corners. And that brings us to the end of that route. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I hope that's brought a little bit of insight to you, and best of luck.